As a gift this Christmas, I received Wim Hof's new book, which essentially explores a 3-pillar practice known as the Wim Hof Method. These 3 pillars involve breathwork, cold exposure, and commitment. There is a plentiful list of reported benefits that come with committing to the practice, such as better dealing with depression, increasing happiness, and even influencing your autonomic nervous system, which has huge scientific and health connotations. Considering we're in a national lockdown where times are difficult, with nowhere to go and not much to do, myself and my brother-in-law thought we would adopt the Wim Hof method for 10 days, and by the end of this video, you'll begin to see how surprisingly fast our bodies adapt and how these benefits begin to surface.
Please welcome from the Netherlands, Wim Hof.
This man believes it's possible to control your autoimmune system, and I think he's right.
And enduring almost 2 hours in a container full of ice.
We can learn to boost our immune system, all evidence-based, almost instant.
Back in the boat you go.
Because when you go into the cold water, your mind becomes still. You are just surviving. You are just there. You are not thinking about anything, so you're not thinking about the sorrow as well. For a moment, it is gone.
My time is so valuable, it's no longer casual. They say I'm a beast, I hop on a mic and turn to an animal. Thinking ahead, keeping it tactical. Trying to turn all of these streams I get into something tangible.
So we started day 1 by following Wim Hof's guided breathing method, which involves 3 rounds of 30 deep breaths followed by a breath retention period.
Looking back, day 1 I was quite skeptical. I didn't really have a choice whether to do this challenge or not. Luke just made me do it. Bit nervous, but open-minded, let's give it a go. And I just remember feeling so much tingling sensation in my hands. There was so much pressure around my wrists, my hands. So yeah, so day 1 was quite eye-opening.
So following the breathing method came the cold shower. I have to admit, I was scared, I dreaded it entirely, but after having just read up on the benefits of cold exposure, I was determined to give it a go. The water was shockingly cold. I couldn't catch my breath and it felt chaotic. Towards the end of the 60 seconds, there was a slight feeling of acceptance, but I can't say I enjoyed even a second of it.
50 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop.
That's horrible. My brother-in-law, on the other hand, didn't really have much personal motivation or desire to do it. He was just kind of in it for the experience, and so...
I don't know if I can do it. Oh, it hurts my hand.
Just put it on warm, stand under it.
I was scared. Every bit of me was like, just bottle it, Bash. Don't do it. And I don't know how long it took me, minutes, probably 5+ minutes to just psych myself and be bullied into it enough. And then, yeah, I just went for it.
Timer has started.
Panic set in on the body. Like, there could be 1,000 people watching me, you wouldn't even think about it because you're just like, let's survive.
30.
Day 1 we done 60 seconds, probably the first 40 seconds were me trying to survive, and so I think by the time I'd got out, actually kind of slightly composed myself, the 60 seconds was done, and instantly I thought, I've got to do this again tomorrow.
I had a passion, I had a dream, so I just ran with it. Let's go. I'm feeling silly, give me a riz, I might put a gram in it.
Day 2 wasn't all too different from day 1. The breathing still felt new and funky, and the water was still very cold. On day 3, we welcomed the biggest shift in attitude and ability.
We saw a massive change on day 3, and I was kind of waiting for that shock to set in where you start proper deep breathing and trying to catch your breath and you kind of go into panic mode, but that weirdly didn't come, and I think Luke even had to question, is that on fully cold, because you're not scared for your life.
How is it?
Okay.
Is this all the way?
Yeah.
Nice.
And I'm not hyperventilating, and I'm weirdly starting to enjoy this adrenaline that you think, okay, I'm achieving something and my body's changing and adapting to the harsh environment I'm putting it in.
Having seen that mental shift occur, it made me afraid to go under the water, because what if that shift didn't occur with me and it was still just as bad as the first 2 days? During and after the cold shower on day 3, I was so stoked.
Now you could probably stay there for as long as you wanted.
Yes! I've always hated the cold, I've always hated winter. In fact, even getting into the sea during summer has been a challenge in the past. And now suddenly, within 2 days of embracing cold water, my relationship with the cold had changed. There really isn't too much to share from days 4 to 7. The breathing became increasingly comfortable and the water became easier to withstand. On day 8, we had a dispute. I suggested we start ice baths from day 8 up until we finished the challenge on day 10. And that was because the cold shower was becoming so manageable. It was no longer dreaded. We could go 3, 4, even 5 minutes under the cold water without much difficulty.
Whenever there's a bit of discussion or dispute, we settle it with a game of darts. So if Luke won the game of darts, we had to start ice baths from the next day throughout the challenge. But if I won the darts, we didn't have to do it. And Luke's cold shower the next day included me doing it outside with the garden hose.
Think that she just my type. Got me a drink, so I just need ice. Pour that up to the...
Bash is left down to double 10. I'm yet to get to double. And as much as I wish I could say I won that game of darts, so favour is in your hand.
Come on, Bashy, bring in the garden hose.
Double 10 is what he's looking for.
Double 5.
No.
It's in!
I made it possible, feeling phenomenal. They say I'm cold, they say I'm sick, I should go hospital. Roll something tasty, smoking on tropical. You had the gas, but it's running out, coming like fossil fuels. See me, I manage it, yeah I can handle it. Crazy how thousands of people locked in, I'm still trying to fathom it. I had a passion,
Day 9 and 10 with the breathing, we upped it to 40 breaths for 4 rounds. The first 3 rounds were very similar to the first couple of days. You got the cold sensation, you got the tingly, the different points of pressure, but it was that 4th round where things really got interesting. So I was finding my fingers were kind of cramping together, even though there wasn't a cramping sensation. I also apparently started mumbling, so I either fell asleep or I passed out. I don't know what happened, but that 4th round was the big difference. And I think it was the final day, I held my breath for about 2 minutes 48, and that's when I mumbled and someone was like, bash. And I kind of woke up. If not, I could probably have kept going for longer.
And to have a send-off, we decided day 10 was finally the right time to prepare an ice bath. We headed to the store, picked up some ice and began preparing.
I ain't in the mood, don't call me. Kick back and I'm bully. Man, I come a long way since Cooley. Head screwed on, I can't fool me.
It feels like I'm about to get a piercing or a tattoo.
Get in.
You know those like nerves that you get? And you think about it the night before, like, oh my god, I'm actually gonna do it. That's how I feel. To be honest, the ice bath wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. I felt like the cold showers leading up until that point prepared us for that moment. I just don't feel anything.
This one's a bit wet. Do you want me to get you a dry towel?
My body feels like it's on fire. Wow. My legs, my arms, just everything feels like it is burning. But then I'm cold, so I don't know if that's like my body freaking out. And so going from utterly despising the cold to actually somewhat embracing it was a huge shift, and the fact it only took less than 10 days is crazy.
The thing is that I didn't think it was going to be that bad. Before Luke got in there, I was quite confident, thinking this is just going to be fine, this is just going to be fine. But after seeing Luke go in there, I was super worried. And I wish I'd have gone first. After watching Luke, this is now an awful idea. Which is weirdly okay.
Yeah. Immediate feelings.
It was nowhere near as bad as what I thought. If anything, it was quite therapeutic. Might become a Sunday routine in the household.
And so bringing this experience full circle, what did I learn? During these unprecedented times, these lockdowns that we're experiencing, I found it super easy to get into repetitive and somewhat destructive thought patterns. By going into the cold, you are forced to come out of your mind, even if it's just for 2 minutes, 60 seconds, however long you decide. And by having a system in place which creates that distance between yourself and your thoughts is an incredibly powerful tool in helping you recognize these thought patterns or just ill behavior.
I definitely think a big learning point was how much our mind controls our body. If you've got it up here, you know, your body's going to follow. I think we're all so comfortable in our nice hot showers, and just finishing with that ice cold blast just gave me that adrenaline kick, as if, okay, I quite enjoy this uncomfortable position, and I'm definitely going to keep cold showering a couple of times a week, if not every single day, or having an ice bath once a week.
I also feel 100 times more resistant or just capable with the cold. In 2021, I'm running 5 kilometers every single day, which means going out in the wind, the rain, the snow, and not dreading the cold anymore makes it a lot more manageable, easier, and enjoyable. But that brings this video to an end. If you guys did enjoy, a thumbs up is greatly appreciated. Subscribe to keep up to date with the weekly content. And until then, I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.